right. Okay. I'm Tori.
Wait, I thought you did clap. I got invited to a threesome.
Did you really?
I sure did.
So fun. Did you go? Okay, so today we're doing reaction videos.
Reaction videos.
So Krystal's found a bunch of fun casino videos.
What's so triggering? I don't know. What happened?
Okay, welcome back to Changing 100. This really isn't our ASMR video.
No.
I'm Tori.
I'm Krystal.
And we're Party Pit Dealers. And this is a podcast where we talk about all of our fun party pit stories, what it's like to work in Vegas as a woman, things we get said.
Things we get said.
Things we get said. Okay? How tired we are regularly is our number one topic of the show.
Yeah. You want to hear some crazy stories?
Yes.
We got crazy stories for you.
Because we have crazy stories. And this is just a fun podcast. Learn about gambling, learn about casino life, learn a little bit about Vegas and what's going on here. This is your podcast.
You want to know about sex, drugs, and money? It's us. Something we deal with every day.
Christine's other podcast. Okay, so today we're going to start off with what the fucks, and then we're going to react to some casino videos.
Yes, we're
going to see how it goes. I have a real quick what the fuck.
You go first then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm dancing on the box. And regularly people will like kind of stop and like dance with you for a second.
Love that. Sometimes.
Most of the time they're making fun of you. It's fine. But sometimes they're being genuine and they want to dance with you. So this woman is like dancing with me. And she has no rhythm, and she's just flailing her arms and jumping around.
Love that.
This cocktail server, whose back is to her, dropping off drinks, turns around, has a full tray of beer and like beers and drinks. And this woman hits the bottom of her tray.
The bottom.
And my heart skipped a beat. I literally held my breath because I was like, because I just panicked for a second because I cocktailed, so I like panicked for a second. I was like, oh my God. They were all empty.
Oh,
thank God.
Oh, you're holding my breath.
No, they were all empty, so they hit the floor, but the reason they hit the floor is because they were pretty much all empty. But I was just like, oh my God. And she was like, I'm so sorry, and was like helping her pick it up. But I was just like, oh my, that could have been so bad for the poor cocktail server, because if it had because she's holding the tray, so the only way for it to fall would have been towards her.
Oof.
Towards her. But luckily, she hit the tray popped up, and the bottles fell because they were empty. But I just like panicked for a second.
I'm thinking of all the things, right? First of all, the drinks falling on her. Then having to pick them up, right, and do the whole, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah.
You're wet. Work if you don't just go home because you're like, screw this.
Right. But the amount of drinks means she probably doesn't want to go home.
Right.
If she has that many drinks, she has people, she's making money.
She's doing her rounds. She's doing her job while she's picking up the empties.
But now she has to go do all those drinks again.
Yep.
And then you got to deal with them. What took so long if nobody knows what happened?
My God.
Yeah, it's a whole process. That's what I was just thinking of. I was just like, ugh.
The backlash of that would have been insane. But luckily they were all empty. But when I tell you, I literally held my breath so long. I was like, and then I realized they were all empty. I was like, oh my God, thank God.
Ma'am, stop dancing.
Yeah. I was like, control yourself. So be aware of other people around you, but that's fine.
God. That's fun. My story. My what the fuck. I got invited to a threesome.
Did you really?
I sure did.
So fun. Did you go?
No.
That's so fun. Was it by a couple?
It was a guy. It was just the guy.
Oh.
Me and this guy had a rough start. Okay, blackjack.
That's why I liked you.
Oh, God.
He knew right away. He was like, she's the one.
Jesus Christ.
She's beating me up.
I'm saying his name in my head because I said it so many times that night. Because I was just like, what can I call him? I could just say his name. Nobody knows who he is.
Call him Frederick.
I call him Freddie.
Freddie.
It rhymes with his name.
Okay, there we go.
All and I was like, Freddie, you can't do that, Freddie. Freddie, no. So it starts off, he's drinking, obviously. Who isn't drinking when they play?
Right.
You know, it's very rare when people
don't drink.
Yeah. Or when they tell the cocktail, she's like, no, I'm okay.
Or I just want a water.
A water. Or even like, Diet Coke, please. And I'm like,
yeah.
Huh. What do you have to be tomorrow?
I know, for real.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm always like, good for you.
Right?
They'd be like, I don't drink. I'm like, good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah, because shit.
If you could see the reels or videos we sent to each other.
Oh my gosh. I just sent Krystal this horrible
I'm gonna go
story
home soon. I'm tired.
Of me being drunk in Cabo.
Yeah.
I texted her and I was like, I have a really nasty story to tell you. And she was like, should you wait for the pod? I was like, it's too gross for the pod. I can't even share it on the pod.
Yeah, and I was like, tell me more.
Yeah, it was so, yeah. So I always say good for you when you don't drink. Good for you. I wish I didn't. No, not really, but good for you. I do applaud those people who don't drink, especially in environments like that where it's so much is flowing.
Yeah, especially if you're winning because you're there for a while. Mm-hmm. All right, so me and Freddie had a rough start because he was very particular, but in a way of, at one point, he was getting on my nerves. I just got to him. So I don't know who he is. We don't know each other. And he was just getting on my nerves. He was just talking a lot. He was losing. He was doing the, I hate your guts.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, if you were on fire, I wouldn't put you out, right? So I'm like, fuck this motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this motherfucker. For real.
It's like, I don't like him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to take all your monies and you're going to go. And in between that, he's talking about how his wife is asleep in the room, this, that, and the other. What was the story? He's only been married for 2 years. He got married again the following year because he's like, I'm going to marry her every year. Because he never thought he would get married. He never thought he'd get married to her specifically. I don't know who her is at this point, right?
Oh, his dream girl.
I hated him at this point.
Oh, okay.
In that context. So I was like, I don't care. Don't care, Freddie. We finished the deck. He's losing. He's over me. I'm over him. I pulled the new one out and I'm like, okay, cut the cards. And he's like, I'm not cutting them. I'll cut them when I want to cut them. And I was just like, he's the only player on the table.
So did you have to wait for him?
Yeah. So I flipped it back up, put the cut card on top, and I was like, all right.
Wow, good. Can I just pause for a second and say that I'm like thoroughly impressed that you flipped those bad boys back up.
Oh, my greatest fear is spilling those cards anytime I touch them.
I would have just held them flat, to be honest, because that's the most nerve-wracking part is when you're taking the whole stack of cards and you're putting them down or putting them up. So the fact that
you're taking them in and out of the shuffler.
Yeah, the fact that you flipped them back up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Skills. Okay. You guys think it's easy. It's not easy.
And it's embarrassing and annoying when they all spit out at you. Oh my God, that's the worst. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I was just like, all right, you know what? Let me try to break this man. Okay.
See what's going on.
He ain't going anywhere. He wasn't losing. Okay. He had so much money in front of him. So I was like, he's not going anywhere. Okay. He's here for a while. So I turned to him and I was like, you know what, Freddie? Do you have a picture of your wife?
Aww. Okay, that's a good way to...
Well, no. The first thing I did was, so how did you propose to her? Mm-hmm. And he told me he had at a vineyard with 1,000 roses. Aww. Yeah. And I was like, did you record it? Can I see it? That's how it went to the picture. Okay. And he's like, no, there wasn't recorded or anything. Showed me a picture of his wife. I'm not kidding. He was like, oh, I have it right here. He hands me the phone. At this point, I'm so over the night, I grabbed the phone. I didn't even care. I know I shouldn't. I know I'm supposed to. But I was like, let me see. I went, holy shit, Freddie, how did you get her? I'm not kidding. That was my reaction. And then my floor.
She's beautiful?
She was
Aww.
Like model.
Aww.
Like, she was gorgeous.
What's Freddie look like? Is he old?
Freddie is in his mid-40s. He's bald. He's not tall. She's taller than him. Oh. He's not fat. He was drunk and he's like, look, I've been working out. He was this guy. Yeah, he was so weird. He was so weird. He lifted his shirt at me at one point. Yes.
I'd have been like, Freddie, your wife wouldn't approve of that.
He was there
away, Freddie.
My whole shift. Me and Freddie were like,
so you eventually bonded. Yeah. Okay.
So I see his wife, whatever, right? We've bonded now. Finally, I flip the cards over. He cuts it. And yes, he lifts his shirt up at one point, and I'm not looking at him. I was doing something over here. I don't know if I was fixing my rack or whatever I was doing, but I see it on my peripheral, and I'm like, Freddie, put your shirt down. I was like, you're going to get kicked out. Put your shirt down. Then he is drinking vodka sodas, and I'm not kidding, he's at least 30 in.
Yikes.
A lot. It was a lot.
Yikes. Oh, that just made me vomit.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like, every time they kept coming, I was just like, fuck, who's going to stop him? Like, you guys got to cut him off at one point.
Was he okay?
He was okay.
Wild.
Isn't that... Because when people are that drunk and I have clocked their drinks... It just becomes
normal.
But he's still like... But he's playing by the book and not skipping a beat.
He's not touching the shoe?
He's not touching the shoe. He's not touching the cards. He's not touching his money. He would have a 12 and I would have, say a 6, which you're supposed to stay on. Mm-hmm. He's plastered. So I know he plays by the book, right? Okay. So I'm thinking I need to be careful. And I'm like, I point to his hand. And he's like, I'm fucking hitting that. Oh. And I'm just like, how is he still like
conscious
counting?
There we go.
Can he see the cards?
Because at that point I would have been like, what's this?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah, the cards are moving. Then I'm like, is your wife going to come down here and get you? Because it's like 3 a.m.
Because that does happen.
He's been here for 8 hours, right? I'm like, is she coming down here? You guys are leaving tomorrow. Like, is she mad at you? Is she gonna be okay? Is she gonna, like, what is she? That's another reason why it's nobody she looked like. Because I was like, I'm gonna see some lady beelining it.
Yes,
to the
in
table
here and be like, shit, Freddie.
Ready?
What is the like the run, Freddie, run, like she's on the way or something. Like,
I don't know, but
look out.
I'd have been like, your chips are coloring up.
Yeah.
So he's now so drunk, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, "You're pretty." I was like, "Here we go." He hasn't commented on me at all because he loves his wife and he knows he's lucky.
Yeah, there you go.
He knows he's lucky, and he's like, "You're really pretty." And at one point we had another player, and the other player was just like, "Yeah, she's really pretty." And then I'm like, "Oh, thanks, guys, whatever." Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I want to take you back to my room. And I was like, Freddie, that's not going to happen. Yeah. It's not going to happen, Freddie. And he's like, my wife would be down. She played ball in college, so she's a little lesbian.
Oh, my God.
That's why I wanted to tell this story. I forgot why I wanted to tell this
Freddie, put your wife on blast to a stranger.
The invitation,
Freddie. Yeah. Oh, my God.
And he wouldn't stop.
Like, she played ball in college.
It was like 30 minutes of that. It was like 30 minutes of she would say yes. You can come back to my room. And I would tell him, I was like, Freddie's not gonna have him. I'm not going to your room. And he's like, theoretically, just like saying, like, if you wanted to have a threesome with us, you would, right? I'm like, oh my God. I don't even know. Like, that man's face is burned into my head. He is burned
after 8 hours
of first, Rocky started off real rocky, and after that, we were best friends. And it was so funny because now the second shift has started coming in. So my supervisors who have dealt with this man our whole shift, who understood that he's harmless, he's drunk, he's not going to do anything, he's very harmless, and I can handle him, right? Because he was doing some wild shit. Mm-hmm. Now the second shift comes in. She's not as lenient. And he wanted banter with the supervisors. Yeah. So if you were the supervisor, he'd look at you and be like, you're so mad. You're so mad. I won so much money. Yeah. And he would do that to the floors, and the floors would banter back with him. Yeah. But again, this is swing shift. This is what swing is about, right? Mm-hmm. That's why we work swing shift. If you're a swing
shift is big money. If you come in and you're working grave, you don't see a lot of big money. So
not even the money, but like swing shift is like the party shift to me.
No, you're right.
Grave
you're right,
is very like...
I never thought of it that way, but you're anything. Right. Yeah, Grave is very chill and lax. Mm-hmm. And
they don't want...
They barely work and,
Yeah, that's why they go to Grave.
Yeah.
But swing, we want to be with the highest volume of people, right? Like, it's crazy. It's the party time. We see people going into the club. We see people leaving the club, right?
Yes, yeah.
This supervisor comes in, this floor comes in, and he does it to her, and he goes, you're so mad I won all this money. And she's like, I'm not mad, sir. Why would I be mad? And I was like, we all kind of went, oh,
dang.
And he
killed the vibe.
He looked at me and he goes, she's going to send me to my room. And that's what I'm saying. At least 30 cocktails in, and this man is still there. He's still there. And he even told her after a little bit, he was just like, if you want me to go, just tell me, I'll go. I'll call her up, I'll go. And I'm just like, this guy's here for the banter, for the back and forth.
He's there to have a fun time with other human beings. That's why he's there.
Yeah.
I love players like that. That's really funny. Not that she's going to send me to my room. Oh my gosh. Actually, just yesterday, because every time the floor, like the pit boss, the floor walks up to the table and is watching, everyone always thinks like, something's happening. Like, we're winning too much. They're going to get, like, she's mad. He's mad. Yesterday, one of the floors came up to my table. He was just balancing the rack. And one of my players was like, because we had some large money last night, too. For our casino, it was large money. For other casinos, not really. But for us, it was large money. So my player was like, oh, here he comes because we're winning too much money. And my pit boss looked at him and was like, sir, that's not even money. He was like, that's not even money. I'm not even worried about you. And then he looked at my rack again and was like, and I was like, God, shit.
Even care.
I was like, shit, did you really? You didn't have to put him in his place like that. Damn.
Not that hard.
He was feeling himself. Like, let him enjoy his vacation. Like, you were like, sir, no. Shut him down immediately. Oh my gosh. I love Freddie. I hope he comes back. Was that his first time that you saw him?
First time.
Where was he from? Was he just here for fun, or does he come here often? Or?
He was from Idaho. Did he say Missouri? Maybe he said Missouri.
I hope he's from Missouri because I'm from Missouri.
But it was like somewhere
really?
like that. Like,
do you know what he did for a living?
He said he got fired. He was like a finance guy or something. He got fired because he called one of his coworkers something bad. It was along the lines of like a cunt or something. Oh. It was bad.
And went to HR.
Yeah, he was like, I was just trying to tell him how to do his job better. I was like, I don't know.
By calling him a cunt, Freddie?
Yeah, I don't know if that works in the corporate world.
Not in corporate world, that's for sure. There's industries that would work in, but not that.
Not the corporate world, yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's burned into my brain, and I'm like, I hope I see him again.
Aw, I hope you do too.
I'll be like, Freddie!
Yeah.
Come to my table, come here.
Exactly.
Where's
I
your
love
wife?
that. Yeah.
She's a little lesbian.
I was like, where's your little lesbian wife? Bring that little lesbian ass over here.
Yeah, I want to talk to her.
The fact that he said that to the other player, too, and the other player was like, what the fuck's going on?
He told the floors. He told the player.
Oh, my God.
This is exactly.
Putting his wife out there.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens the next time that they come back and she's just there with him to be with him? Everyone's going to look at her like,
she's a little bit lesbian.
She played ball in college. You know what that means. Dang.
No offense to any lesbians out there.
No, that's obviously not what that means either. No. Like, clearly he was being drunk funny. And just having a good time.
Yeah. It was good. It was fun. It was definitely like, what the fuck is my night? I was the only one pumping cards. I was the only one dealing with this guy. Yeah. Of course, it had to be this type of guy. Mm-hmm. But I had a good time. So
I was going to say, sometimes those are fun. Okay, so today we're doing reaction videos.
Reaction videos.
So Krystal's found a bunch of fun casino videos that I have never seen before, and poor Krystal has seen some of them, seen only part of them. Blah, 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 blah. We're gonna react and see how it goes.
I have the memory of a goldfish sometimes. I probably won't remember some of these videos.
Oh my gosh, why did I think that you were trying to tell another story when you said I had the memory of a goldfish? Like, I thought you randomly had a memory pop up about a goldfish.
Oh no.
And you're gonna share a story with us.
No, goldfish don't have.
I know.
Oh. Complete opposite.
You're like, I had a memory of a goldfish. So
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember any of these. And I was like, oh.
All right. Let's see. We'll start with this one. I kind of remember this. I didn't see the outcome to this one.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I have 10,000 to the max. Can you count that real quick? Okay. 10,000. Double aces versus the queen. What should I do? Okay, we are going to... The first thing I should do is probably trade. Okay, so we're going to split it, and we're going to see, okay?
What casino is this at? Can we tell?
I can't tell.
Okay, to the max.
Club private?
Wait. He's praying. Or she's praying. They're praying.
Okay. Calm down. Okay, wait.
He said, calm down.
There's a face card, so it's not blackjack. Don't say it out loud.
But he's not going to lose.
Right. The worst that could happen is a push.
Yeah. He's going to hit it.
He did the let's go.
Yes. Look at the dealer clapping, so he must be tipping.
yeah.
We're also letting him record, which is...
And there's glasses. It must have been COVID times. And
interesting.
They were letting him record.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized?
A casino in Vegas,
we talked about this too before we recorded. That people who aren't watching the video can't see what's happening. Oopsie daisies.
What?
Should we explain it? People who are only doing audio.
Oh, shit.
Don't see the video. Okay, we'll try to explain things.
Should we preface it? Is that the word?
I guess we'll just say now. This
episode.
This is
one to watch on YouTube.
You gotta watch it.
Or
Or
Spotify.
Doing
reaction videos. But we'll do a quick elevator version. So long story short, this guy's got $10,000 on his hand. He's got 2 aces. The queen is showing for the dealer. He goes to split his aces. So he's playing 10,000, 10,000. He's got $20,000 on the line. Hits a 10, so he's got 21. Pulls another 10, so he's got 2 21s. And he's talking. He's like, wait, don't celebrate, because everyone's celebrating. He's like, no, she could pull a 2 and then a 9 and have 21. But in my head, you could celebrate already because you know you're not losing.
Yeah,
you're
just not losing.
You might not win any, but you know you're not going to lose that 20 grand. So you should be fine.
Yeah. Guess what? You won.
You fucking won. 20 grand. Ooh, so exciting. That was a good one.
That was a good one, right? Okay.
I recently, so one of my regulars that I first had when I first started working, dealing, he ended up moving to Vegas. So his wife was like, if we move to Vegas, you can't go gamble anymore. So I haven't seen him in a long time. He randomly was here at our casino the other week.
Trouble.
I follow him on Instagram, and I checked his story. And this motherfucker
what do you do?
had 2 hands. He had a 20, like a hard 20, and like a soft 20 in the other hand. Doubles his hard 20. Pulls an ace. And then just waves his soft 20.
A horseshoe stuck up his ass.
I know, and then waves his soft 20. And but he took a picture of the hand after it won. And I messaged him. I was like, your crazy ass did not double a hard 20. He was like, I was playing by myself. And he's got a shit ton of money. So what he was implying with anything for him. We talked about how money was relative in an episode. So for him, it wasn't anything. But I was like, you motherfucker, we're not
doubling on a 20.
And I was watching him all night because he hops around. He's like a hopper. And he was yelling and
oh, he was on one.
Clapping, walking up and down, going crap, screaming, throwing the dice. His
wife let him out.
I don't know if she let him out because he was like, I don't know about this wife. That's what he kept telling me. But he was really drunk. He's like, just know I love you and I miss you, but I don't know about this wife, Tori. He's like, but I'm here having fun tonight. Fuck it.
Ooh,
and I was like, all right, well, you have fun. But man, he had fun. He had a good time.
Because he's like, I'm going home getting my ass beat.
Yeah, he was like, shit, might as well live it up because we're not doing this again.
Nope. It's never going to happen again unless she's out of the picture. And it seems like he doesn't want her out of the picture even though he's talking shit because that energy feels like I'm getting it all out tonight. Yes, because I know it's going
to be a long time till I can do it again.
Oh, the battery's exhausted. Oh, story of my life. Next video.
Full tilt here, single hand. Somebody over 8,000, single hand of blackjack.
All right.
4,500 coming to us on that flush.
So he did the side bet. I mean, that's like the 3-card side bet. All right. And I think he said he had 8,000 on the spot, right? 4, 7, 18. No, not the push. $8,000. Oh shit, he's trying to go. I didn't know the video kept going.
I need to see what that top chip is.
He has 13. Oh, we got another flush.
Okay. So that side bet's paying out.
Yeah, you made 8,000 just off the side bet in 2 hands.
Damn.
So he's technically not going to lose.
Or look, he just corrected the dealer. The dealer went to pay him and he was like, nope, 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 nope. And the dealer was like, oh, sorry.
All right. He's got a 6 showing.
Take that money.
11, 20.
Take it. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna say I was. Oops, I just dropped the mic into my chest. So sorry if that made a loud noise. I'm gonna say I low-key knew that was happening because he had a huge stack of purple, some black, and then on the very top a fucking $5 chip that should have been being played for the dealer.
For the dealer. Yep.
So when I saw the 5, I was like,
No.
And then when he pushed the first hand, I was like, yeah, sounds about right. And then when he lost the second hand, I was like, yep, sounds about right.
Because if I would have seen that, I would have been like, really? The 5 on top?
I'd have been like, really? The 5? You have an $8,005 hand.
With the side bet?
With your side bet that you just won 8 and you're playing your $5 chip. No.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Sorry, that was the first thing I saw.
I didn't. I was too busy watching the hand. I wasn't looking at the money.
That was the first thing I saw because I was like, because I was looking and I couldn't tell at first. I was like, is that a $5 chip on top?
Oh, that's what you were looking
at. And I was like, is that a $5 chip? And it was a fucking $5 chip. Okay. But damn, that sucks. But he also already got paid his hand.
Yeah.
Because the first hand he pushed, but won the side bet, so he already got his money back even if he had lost that hand.
He actually made 1,000.
Yeah, so he made money on that anyway.
He did.
But that's what you get for not tipping your dealer and not playing for your dealer. Don't throw that petty little 5 on top. That pisses me off. That'll piss your dealers off real quick.
Give it to the dealer or give it to the cocktail waitress?
Hold it on the side for the cocktail server.
Yeah.
Throw it at the dealer randomly. Don't put that random measly 5 on top. Ooh, that irks me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one.
There's a blackjack. I got paid $250 on that, and then they keep it.
They keep it or they'll stack it on top. I'm like, all right.
Oh.
Can't stand you. Okay.
Okay, let's see. There was a roulette one. Oh, okay. Oh. There's a little bit backstory to this one. I watch the roulette ones because I don't do roulette, so I don't really know really how that feels to be on the game.
Oh, okay.
So I looked into this one, but I still want you to watch it because the caption says anyone else getting triggered. Anyone else getting triggered. You tell me what's triggering.
Oh, God.
One more time.
Ah! Hold on. Oh, yikes. Oh, that was just...
What's so triggering? I don't know. What happened?
The way she was clearing it. It was... That's why I actually had to look at it because I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
Okay.
So she marked the number and then started clearing around the marker, which one you can do. But then she grabbed an outside bet, threw it in the stack, continued to clear the numbers, then grabbed another outside bet, threw it in the stack, pushed it this way, and then just grabbed everything and like...
So procedure
is you clear the outside bets first. So here's the thing. I think it depends on the house. I think it depends how you deal. You marked the number. You can kind of clear around the number first, but then you go grab outside bets, put them on the side, then you clear the numbers. I mark the number, grab the outside bets because I don't want my floor to be thinking like, what the fuck are you doing? So I mark the number, clear my outside bets, put them on the side, and then I scoop the numbers. Yeah. Now, we have girls, and I've seen dealers do this, where they mark the number, and they just throw everything into one big pile, and they sweep it. Mm-hmm. And even that kind of irks me a little bit. But the thing about her is, I think also house rules, but how I was taught, is you clear farthest from the wheel first. So not only did she start sweeping the numbers, but she also grabbed a random bet, then this bet, and then went back. Like, she was just all over the place. Like,
yeah, okay.
No.
So I did some back.
No.
Like, because I didn't understand what's going on, right? I don't deal with roulette. So I'm like, just like, what's so triggering about this? Mm-hmm. Come to find out, that isn't a casino. They're like a pop-up table games type of company. Which now, to me, I'm like, so they're not experienced dealers that work those gigs? Obviously not.
Can we watch it one more time? Hold on. Yeah, so she grabbed... No, yeah, that was a lot. She was like octopus arms. That was a lot.
When the few times that I've tried to learn about roulette, I was told you try to sweep it all in one motion. Not the outside bets, obviously, because you got to grab those. Mm-hmm. But like everything else, you kind of like do a 1, 2, and then.
So I do the one motion if there's not that many bets on the table. But if you have a full
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you have mound like stacks of chips or just everything everywhere, you're supposed to clear it in thirds.
Oh.
So you know how there's the thirds broken
Yeah.
up on the table? So you're supposed to do the outside third first, so the third,
Mm-hmm.
then you do the second third, then you do the first third.
Oh, the more you know.
That's how I was taught.
Okay.
And that's how I do it.
Okay, let's see. Oh, here's an. Oh, have you seen this one? Actually, let's get away from roulette for a second. Let's go to slot machines.
Ugh.
We don't do slots, but I think slot machines are so funny. Mm-mm. This one's funny because I had the same thought. I wonder if you did.
There's nothing sacred in Las Vegas. They got slot machines.
Did you have that reaction?
100% when I first moved here.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I was out here buying fresh produce.
When I first moved to Vegas, there are slots everywhere. There's slots in Target. There's slots in Walmart. There's slots in every
slots
gas.
In Target? I don't think I've seen the Target ones.
Oh, there's some by UNLV. There's
that Target.
Yeah. There's slots in the gas stations. Like there are slots literally everywhere. When I first moved to Vegas, I was like, no wonder people here have gambling addictions. No wonder everyone was warning me before little 18-year-old Tori came to move to Vegas. Like, just be careful, just be careful, just be careful. You know, don't get into gambling, don't lose your money. Like, and that was my first thought was no wonder, because it's literally everywhere. It's not just on the strip. It's like every local place you go to is gonna have it. You can't even go into like a normal chill bar.
No.
Like a local bar and not have the machines at the video poker at the bar.
The bar tops.
They're literally everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I had the same reaction when I moved here. I remember it, like just coming to visit. I was just like, oh, that's weird. Yep. But me always thinking, because when you visit here, you usually go to the tourist areas, right? So I'm like, okay, they probably did it on purpose. Now living here, I was like, my grocery store down the street has slots. I was like, what the what?
The other day I was like walking in the gas station. And some guy walked in behind me, and the cashier was like, hey, man, how's it going today? He was like, good, how are you? And he, like, sits down to play. So, like, clearly he was, like, a local player. But you know what? Someone told me that those slots are actually better to play at because they pay out more and they hit more.
They're looser?
They're looser, yeah, than the ones on the strip.
We should have a slot person come on and talk about that. Because there is, like,
slot's a whole different game.
It is, and, I want to know some wild stories about that because tipping slots is a very like weird thing.
Yeah, tipping and slots.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's down there.
Amazon?
Yeah. All right, last one.
video. Boop, boop, boop.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen this for like years ago. This is a good one. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen this one too. Okay. This one comes up a lot. $100,000 bet. Look at that.
Can you pause it? I want to see the whole thing.
You want to see the whole thing?
So is it possible to go back and then pause it when it shows it, because I want to see if he's got splits.
He does have splits.
He does have splits. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, so he's got 4 splits of however many is in each.
Are there any corners?
I don't know.
Oh, on the other side?
Chip is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's a big bet though. Damn.
Wait, what is that? No, because there's another little yellow spot there. So I don't think that's... Is that? That might be somebody else's.
That might be someone else's chip. Okay.
There's a corner there.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't think that's a corner.
That's a...
I think this yellow chip is something that the dealer should have been like, what are you doing with this?
Yeah.
And
where is it?
Didn't do it, but there's $100K on the table, so I don't really blame her.
That would have been like, wait, you want that a corner? You want that straight up?
She probably already waved it and saw it after she waved it and was like, fuck.
Fuck, now I gotta...
And the floor is like, I don't even care.
No, that happens. When you have like big action or something, and then the moment you're like...
You like wave the table and you see like, something, you're like, fuck. There'll be times that like my... We're not recording. All right.
That part's just not going to have video. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Video out. But... What?
We didn't get to watch the rest of it. We gotta finish it.
So we obviously know what happens, but it's the whole... I wonder if it was one bank.
I want to see their... I want to see the reaction. What number is that? 32? They got it all on 32. The camera completely went out of. Look at the dealer clapping. No, that's the mucker. The dealer's over here like, fuck me.
Yeah.
You know she's gonna hit. It's like,
I
floor.
got the calculator. She's just holding it.
So it doesn't fall. Smart.
Would it?
Because, well, they're screaming and yelling, bumping the table, so yeah, that would fall. So that was actually really smart of her. Because this is pretty tall, and it looked like she was holding something down here. So let's see if some of it had fallen.
What is she doing? Looking at the sky right now.
I've definitely had tall stacks like that fall over, so that's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's holding it. Why is she holding it?
I think she's holding it so it doesn't fall.
How would you break that down? Like, what do you do?
I would, immediately call my floor over.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't even clear the table.
You wouldn't even touch the bets yet?
I wouldn't have even cleared it.
You need more eyes?
Yeah.
I need more eyes on this table
when
right
I
now.
have stacks that tall, when they're literally like 3-4 stacks tall, like they're like 40, 50 chips stacked up, I'm like, nobody fucking move.
Nobody breathe.
I'm like, if you bump this table and this shit falls over, nobody's getting paid. That's not true. That's not, you'll still get paid. But I'm like, if it falls over, nobody's getting paid. I'm like eyeballing everybody. I'm not dealing with them.
Me? If I was the player and I didn't know, I would have looked around and been like, nobody move.
You know how mad my manager's gonna be? You know how far he's got to zoom that camera video in to make sure that it's correct with that much money? That's when I tell players like that, because I had one really high stack, and I kid you not, like, I waved it, the ball's literally bouncing and falling. Somebody came up and hit the table, and the stack fell. And people immediately reach in to grab it. And I was like, no. I'm like, it's fine. I'll fix it. So I'm like watching the wheel. I'm like watching this. My partner next to me, she's like looking at me all wide-eyed. And the girl on the box behind me is getting my floor. Like all of us were like, Power Rangers unite. Like, we got this. So I'm like, nobody touch anything. So I'm like looking at it.
You guys put all your rings together.
No, I know.
I can't today.
Literally like Power Rangers unite. All the girls came together. It was like girl gang, girl superpowers. We were the Powerpuff Girls, the three of us. It was me, my partner, and then the girl on the box. I'm like, nobody move, nobody touch it. I'm like, it's okay, I'll fix it. So I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, okay, what was stacked? Because I just remember there's a fatty stack, and I'm like, okay, what's laying on top of each other? What's not, like? And I actually pretty much got it down to the T. Like, but the people's first reaction is to grab it and fix it and try and stack it, but you can't do that, because what if you're throwing extra chips in there, you know? Like, what if you're fucking with other people's? Yeah, money's in action. You can't touch stuff.
Can't touch it.
So the fact that she sat there and held it is because they were jumping up and down and bumping, probably bumping the table, and she didn't want it to fall.
That makes sense.
So that actually was like really smart of her to sit there for a second and hold it. But yeah, I would have immediately just called my floor. I wouldn't have even cleared anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would have called my floor, because I already know she's on the phone with my manager in surveillance.
Yeah.
So I would have waited for her, okay, and then I would have started clearing things. I would have paid all of the little shit first. Even if it was out of order, I would have paid all the little shit first, because I know it's going to take a long time for surveillance to call, my manager to call, everything, for everybody to do all the math, all the things. Mm-hmm. So even if it's out of order, I'm paying all the little shit first to give everybody time.
Yeah.
And to not keep people waiting. And then, I would count all of it down, have my manager see it, write down what each thing was.
Okay.
And then I would stack it back up, because it's stacked that tall, there's no way. Sometimes there's just no way to like stagger it correctly.
That's what I'm thinking.
So at least this way, if it's all broken down on the table and the manager can write down what each thing was, or my floor can write down what each thing was, like, I can just stack it back up and we can just keep things fucking moving.
Yeah. Because I was wondering about that.
You can stagger it as much as you can, but like, you got 50 chips, like, of different colors.
Come on.
How are you going to stagger that? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like staggering like thinking of, 17, 18 chips. I'm like, okay, y'all are going to test my skills today. You can't, there's sometimes it's just like, okay. Like, then you're just beating a dead horse because shit's falling. You can't get the marker back on top. Like, you know.
I would have done that. I would have done the face to my manager and been like, can I just, just go ahead.
I'd have been like, tap me out. No, just kidding. I would have been excited because I like the challenge of trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's what I would have done.
And then the math on it,
Should we check the math, see if it's clickbait? What did it say?
They won 3.5. Oh, we didn't
Let's
even
check
look at the math.
Oh, but he had a bunch of splits and shit. I don't know if we're going to be able to really tell. Yeah. We can do like quick, because what was it, 100K? Well, 100K times 35.
Yeah, 100K. But if it was 100K, that means it was straight up. And he has splits.
Right. But also, this is not all the same person.
Okay, so we learned something in this reaction video.
If it was 100K straight up, he would have won 3.5 million. But you can tell. I mean, unless he was playing like checks, and those were all checks. Oh. But then even the corners were different.
Rainbow? I would have been like, I quit. Yeah. Which is what I was going to say. I had somebody on Baccarat play a rainbow bet on the dragon, and the dragon is 50 to 1, 55 to 1, something, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? 50 to 1's easy. Anything is easy when you're thinking of how many chips you're going to give someone, right? But this is a rainbow bet.
A rainbow bet, for those of you that don't know, is when you're playing multiple, I'm going to say it wrong, multiple
denominations
of chips. So you have $100 chips, $25 chips, $5 chips, white chips, $10,000 chips, $25,000. Like when you have multiple colors in the bet, so they're each different values, that we call those rainbow bets.
It was like $565.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was something weird like that. And the moment I pulled the card out and I went, big dragon, I looked at my floor. I was like, I'm going to need some help with math. And she went, be right back. Went to the desk, got the calculator, came back, and was like, how much is it? How much is the dragon pay? This is what you owe him. And I was like, thank you so much.
I don't know why more floors aren't like that.
I know.
Because,
I'm so grateful that she was like that.
So what drives me crazy at work is when I'm on roulette, I fucking know the math. So I'll like call you over and I'm like, 475. Or like whatever it is, I'm checking it in my head. And then they're like, well, break it down. Oh, God. And I'm like, no, I'm not questioning it. I'm making sure you know so I can send it out.
So I can, yeah.
And they're like, well, break it down. So what does this pay?
Oh, that.
Okay, so that pays that. And then this. But here's the thing. Everybody maths differently, too.
Yeah.
So then they're like, so then I get lost sometimes. But I'm like, no. I'm just confirming with you that you have this number in your head, that this is the number you got. I don't need to break it. That's why I already have it here. I'm not asking you, hi, I need help.
No, we're not doing that.
I already have it.
Yeah.
But there's also like a floor I feel like we have. And at one point, I was just so brain dead. And I was like, it was a weird number. And I was looking at it and I was like, is this right? And then they did the same thing. They were like, well, let's calculate it. This times this is this. And then we're just going to add this and subtract the 2. And I'm like, is this right or no?
Can you just tell me the amount?
Like, just tell me the amount. Like,
right.
My job is math. I understand that.
But once in a while, throw me a bone.
I'm
especially if
so
I'm
I appreciate
asking,
that she went and just got the calculator and said, I'm not even going to waste anybody's time.
Too.
Thank you.
Because I've had instances like that where I've had whatever, the payouts, whatever, and I'll just go, what? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think this is how much it is. Look at my floor. And they do the same shit.
Yeah. Or like, well, I won't know, but I got a different number than you did.
Yeah.
But like, honestly,
I had a stupid brain fart last night.
Oh, did you?
It was a $3,000 bet and he surrendered and I pulled the money in, right? And I laid it out and I looked at it and he goes, give me 3 chips back. And I was like, I know. But I really looked at it and I was like, half of 3,000. I was like, what's happening to me right now?
You have moments like that, man, where you're just like staring at it and you're like, hold on. But I think that's anybody at any job. Like I have moments like that in my life where I'm like cleaning my house and I'll walk downstairs and I'll look around and I'll be like, the fuck did I come down here for?
What just happened?
Yeah, like you like blank out. Or you ever drive home and you're like, did I stop at that stop sign?
That happens to me all
Like, did I stop at that stop sign? I don't think I stopped at that. Did I? I don't even remember that stop sign. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget to tip your cocktail servers, tip your dealers, and please don't walk through the pit.
Don't walk through the pit. Thanks for listening.
Yay. We'll see you guys next time.
Why are we doing spirit?
We're like beep, 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 beep. We're like little fishies.
Wait, that's weird. When did it stop recording?
Does it make a noise when it stops?
Yeah. Usually it does a bloop bloop bloop.
Tiffany.